You're about to discover the secret to learning a language in 10 days. And what's amazing is that it only takes 30 minutes a day. Now, just to be clear, by 30 minutes, I don't mean 30 minutes of torture where you're trying to cram in grammar rules and spending endless time with flashcards or using any of the traditional ways of learning a foreign language taught in schools, universities, or by a private language tutor whom you might hire. And on top of that, I'm also going to explain to you why many people fail to learn a language from software-based tools like Rosetta Stone. Now, this accelerated learning methodology is so easy that you can start speaking immediately. Did you ever study a second language in high school or college? And you practiced grammar drills and studied sentence syntax. You memorized conjugations for endless lists of verbs. I talk, you talk, she talks, we talk. How fun was that? After all that effort, most students still struggle to speak comfortably with natives and don't have perfect pronunciation. I'm going to share with you the biggest insight into language learning that was discovered almost 50 years ago by Dr. Paul Pimsleur, someone you could call the Einstein of learning language. Before written history, we had an oral history. Most people, even kings and queens, couldn't write or read in ancient times. Even today, still 25% of the world's population of 7 billion can't read, which is about 2 billion people. And these adults can function and interact normally with each other, but when you look at the industrialized nations, which have a 97% literacy rate, one of the biggest challenges to learning another language is the fact that adults are able to read and write, at least initially. Let me explain what I mean. Before we learned to read and write, we learned to speak. And Dr. Pimsleur discovered how adults can learn a language dramatically faster than children through a unique audio method that literally fools your brain into learning. His whole approach to language learning can be summed up by the statement, when you know what sounds right, everything else is easy. You first learn to speak by interacting with your parents. And your brain is designed to learn a language through conversation.